What's up, guys? You are welcome to Weed Table, proudly sponsored by PuffyWeed. My name is Yeshua, and you're welcome to this show. Well, the Weed Table is an online talk show about cannabis education. Now, we are here strictly to educate people on the benefits, the importance of cannabis in our society. I mean, whenever you hear the word cannabis, it's always affiliated with just smoking weed. Once you smoke it, you go high, you go get mental illness, you go run mad. In this our society, there's not much knowledge about the cannabis plant itself. And in the first world countries, we can realize that there's a demand for the legalization of this particular plant because of the benefits it has in various sectors of the society, from the medical aspect to the industrial aspect and even the recreational aspect of the society. So cannabis at large is in demand at large. So on this show, what we are going to do is just educate you on cannabis itself and change the stigma that cannabis is only just about smoking weed. Well, if this is your first time of tuning in this show, you can follow us on all social media platforms. On Instagram, on Twitter, it's PuffyWeed Inc. You can just follow us to keep updated. That's what's up on this show. Well, for those of you who don't know what cannabis is, I'll let you know that cannabis is also known as marijuana. Now, it's a plant. This is from the cannabis sativa plant. Now, that cannabis plant consists of various psychoactive compounds. Now, the main compound that gets you high is THC. That's the tetrahydrocannabinol. Now, that compound is the one that's majorly known for getting you high. So whenever you see somebody get cannabis, in the marijuana form, they just roll it up, wrap it up and smoke and just get high. The main compound in that cannabis plant is the THC. Now, there are several other compounds, but the one that appears the most, that has the strongest, most potent in the plant is THC. That's what gets you high. Like I said, there are several other compounds. You also have the CBD, which is the cannabidiol. Now, the CBD is the part of the cannabis plant that is majorly used for medical purposes. Most people don't know about the CBD because there's not much light shed on it here. We just know that the only way you can get cannabis is just to get your regular Igbo and roll it up and smoke it. For first world countries that are trying to legalize this plant, we realize that this plant is beneficial in the medical sector. It's been proven to help people who have pain, to relieve pain. If you suffer from anxiety, cannabis is very, very effective for helping you reduce your anxiousness and the anxiety you have. If you're suffering from depression too, some people prescribe cannabis. You don't necessarily have to smoke it. There are other forms you can get it medically. You can be infused as a CBD oil. You can also be infused in your food. There are various ways too. You can take cannabis without smoking it. Most people like to put it in their food. Other people also like to smoke it, inhale it. Some people don't use Rizlas like we generally know. Some people use a bong, to inhale it or to vape it. There are various ways you can consume cannabis. And lately, medical institutions have been doing research and finding out how this plant has helped people, most especially cancer patients, people, like I said, suffering from anxiety, people that need to be relieved of pain. Some people experience excruciating pain, maybe from the lots of work they do or the kind of jobs they do. Cannabis is a plant that can help you relieve this pain. It has to be medically prescribed for most people who, not everybody needs to smoke weed. That's what we get. Some people cannot smoke weed and cope with it. But for those who can actually smoke it works for them. But if you cannot, it's very, very advisable for you to seek a medical, advice on which strain of cannabis for you to use. The reason why we are bringing this up to the public is because most people are getting the wrong drugs for ailments that cannabis can help treat out. And there's a lot of stigma that comes along with this drug. And we know that the government has always tried to fight it, legalize it or not make it legal. We understand that for a fact that it is a drug and it alters the mind. But there are no proven death cases for cannabis, and there are also other medical uses and industrial uses for cannabis. All we just need to do is study this plant and give people the chance to explore this plant. It's going to be very vital in this society. The first world are catching up to it. It's just for us here in the third world to also pick up and follow this plant. That's what's up. So on that note, this is where I'll be wrapping up the show. On our next episode, we have something interesting for our viewers. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, so you do not miss out on the goodies that's going to be coming with PuffyWeed. And if you meet somebody that has a different notion or idea of cannabis, make sure to educate them and tell them that it is not just about smoking weed. There are other uses to cannabis. My name is Yeshua. Like I said, this is Weed Table, proudly sponsored by PuffyWeed. Make sure to follow our pages, like this video and share it. Educate people on the benefits of cannabis. So next time, I'll see you and I'll catch you guys later.